and welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano. On today's program, we meet the Quincy College Athletic Director. Yep, Jack Raymer is here to tell us about their fall sports programs and some other information. First, though, we check out the weather and the news for you this morning. Currently in Quincy, kind of gray and damp out there. It's 37 degrees right now. We've got rain coming in this afternoon. It'll be a cold, raw day with highs only in the lower 40s. The showers will linger into this evening, lows tonight into the upper 30s, and really not much better tomorrow. Chance for showers throughout the day. A little bit warmer, highs tomorrow into the mid 40s. Still pretty unsettled here on Wednesday, off and on showers. Still chilly in the low 40s right now. Thursday looks nice with lots of sunshine and a high Thursday approaching 50 degrees. But right now, cloudy, damp, 37 in Quincy. In the news today, a proposal for a new public safety complex to replace the current Quincy Police Station on C Street has been downsized. Last week, Quincy Mayor Thomas Koch presented a plan that would include a new police station and the administration for the fire department. Initially, Koch had planned for that new building to also include the health, veterans, building, and emergency management departments, but said he felt that he was trying to do too much.
It's a little too aggressive trying to jam in all of this in one site with the parking needed, as well as the resources necessary and the space needed by both the police, fire, as well as emergency management. So we decided to make that change. Originally, when I first talked about this publicly, we talked about, as I said earlier, perhaps locating the complete operation of Central Fire Headquarters down at this location, but we would have lost 2 to 2.5 minutes of response time to the south part of our city, so we weren't going down that road. So we kind of valued engineering this piece off, consolidated really into truly public safety, and that's where we're at.
New proposal calls for the purchase of 4 properties around the station, including the Stop and Shop gas station and Father Bill's homeless shelter. Father Bill's would be moved across the street. The animal shelter is being relocated to Quarry Street. The mayor also wants to buy a vacant lot across from fire headquarters on Quincy Avenue for future use. The mayor is seeking $32 million to buy the properties and to design the new building. Quincy City Council is gathering information about a proposal for the city to develop its very own internet service. Ward 3 Councilor Ian Kane recently introduced a plan calling for Quincy to create its own broadband fiber optic network, then let companies compete to provide internet service to the city. Jeff Christensen, with a company that's called Entry Point Networks, has helped other communities develop broadband service and says they can do the same thing in Quincy, too.
That each year this city is paying, not the city itself, but the residents, doesn't include the businesses, between 30 and 40 million per year going out of Quincy to bring internet into Quincy, 30 to 40 million. So the question is not, can we afford to do this? The money's already there. The question is, how does the money flow? So it's really a creating a new stream that the money's going to flow through. We believe, done right, this model, this open access model, can drop prices 30% and increase bandwidth 10x. Okay, that's our goal. Drive bandwidth up 10 times, drop the price 30%. And we have to prove that out through this feasibility process, but that's our goal.
The initial installation of the network would cost between $42 and $60 million, funded by outside investors and then paid for from subscribers with bills of about $40 or $50 per month for internet service. About 40% of the city would have to subscribe to the service in order for it to be successful. Residents can comment on the plan at the website quincyfiber.com. An unidentified woman was being treated at Boston Medical Center and in critical condition after nearly drowning off of Wollaston Beach in Quincy on Friday afternoon. A state police helicopter and a boat responded after a trooper spotted the woman in distress about 100 yards offshore. A trooper used an abandoned kayak to paddle out to the woman and keep her afloat until she was taken to the Wollaston Yacht Club. She was revived with CPR. Officials say the woman removed all of her clothing before entering the water. A Quincy police officer in a wetsuit was also checked out at the hospital as a precaution. Well, veterans living in the city of Quincy recently got a special visit from members of the Quincy Police Department for Veterans Day this year. Police officers and Quincy Veterans Services Graves Registration Officer George Bouchard thanked Jim Borden here for his service in the Air Force during the Vietnam War, and also remembered his older brother Lawrence, who was killed in action during the Vietnam War. Other members of the police department also visited veterans in Quincy, including the folks from Edward Francis, also Barbara Gilligan, and Paul Dargan. Edward Coffey and Francis Gleason all got visits from the police departments. They received gift cards and other presents during their visit. The police department made similar visits for the 75th anniversary of D-Day back in June. Interfaith Social Services of Quincy is getting ready for their 22nd annual Feed the Hungry Gala celebration to help keep their food pantry shelves stocked for the holidays and through the winter season. This year's event is called Party with a Purpose. It'll feature local chef stations, some live entertainment, games, raffles, and live and silent auctions. This year's auction package includes a 4-night Disney vacation, a stay at an Irish castle resort, some premium Celtics tickets, and a whole lot more. Interfaith operates one of the largest emergency food programs in Greater Boston, as well as a mental health counseling center, homelessness prevention program, and more. Proceeds from the Feed the Hungry provide a third of Interfaith's annual funding. The event this year is December 6th at the Granite Links Ballroom in Quincy. Now that you are up to date with weather and news, let's check out our programming lineup for you for later on today here on Quincy Access Television. Starts with a replay of this program currently in Quincy today at 5 o'clock. It's The Call at 6 p.m.
Hi, everybody.
Eye on Quincy will be live tonight at 7 on Channel 8. At 8 o'clock Friday night's North Quincy Hopkinton football game. Democracy Now! Tonight at 11. And then at midnight and at the library concert tonight, Vanessa Holroyd and Tim McCree. Check out Channel 9 every day, learn about different Quincy city departments and committee activities. We'll begin at 5:30 with Quincy in Focus. Crime Watch at 6 p.m. with Quincy Police Lieutenant Dan Minton. Tonight's topic, holiday safety. And then the Quincy City Council meeting is live from City Hall beginning at 6:30. You can get a complete program schedule over on our website, which is qatv.org, and click on Program Schedule. Also, don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and check out our weekly ad in the Quincy Sun. Coming up, we take a look at a few of the current events and activities featured right now in our electronic bulletin board on Channel 8. Please stay with us. We're back with you in just 1 minute. Welcome back. Here are some of the current events and activities that are being featured right now in our electronic bulletin board on Channel 8 for your information. Christ Church on Quincy Avenue inviting you to their annual Christmas fair. It's this Friday from 5 to 8 and Saturday from 9 to 2. You will find gift cards, handmade crafts, baked goods, raffles, jewelry, and a whole lot more. Tickets for Interfaith Social Services annual Feed the Hungry Gala are available right now for that event on December 6th up at the Granite Links Ballroom at Quarry Hills in Quincy. Visit the website on your screen there or just go to interfaithsocialservices.org for more information. First Baptist Church of Wollaston inviting you to their Magic of Christmas, December 6th from 5 to 8 p.m., then December 7th from 9 to 2. There'll be attic treasures, jewelry, kissing balls, and more as part of the fun. Plus, of course, Santa will be there Friday at 6 p.m. and Saturday at 10 a.m. Dove Domestic Violence Ended of Quincy's annual Adopt a Family for the Holidays program is underway. Dove is seeking angels to adopt a family from their emergency shelter or to make a donation. Visit dovema.org for all the details. And if you have an event or an activity you'd like to promote, visit our website, qatv.org. Just download a bulletin board request form, fill it out, send it in, get that message up here on Channel 8 too. Coming up, we sit down with Quincy College Athletic Director Jack Raymer next. Welcome back. Lots of changes going on at Quincy College. Today actually starts the new president of Quincy College. But another big change is growing the athletic program. And one of those changes involved bringing on a veteran director for the athletic program, Jack Raymer, who has stopped by here to tell us a bit about himself and about the programs that are available at Quincy College and their hopes for the future. So Jack, nice to meet you.
Great to meet you, Joe.
Yeah.
I thank you for the opportunity to tell a little bit about what's going on in athletics at the college, and we're excited about where we're at and hopefully where we're headed.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing about that. I can't believe that I've worked in the city for so long, and I've never really met you in person. But
well, I go back a long way. I mean, I worked for the city of Quincy, for the schools for 33 years, and I was a teacher and administrator, and a coach, also in the system. And I did retire in 2010, but you never really retire, and this is something, when this job came about, it was a great opportunity because I worked under the former athletic directors in Quincy, and then three of them, and actually, helping that out. So this is something I've done all my life, 47 years of coaching football, so it's something, and when this opportunity came up, I was excited about going back to my alma mater. I must say, I did graduate in 1972 from Quincy College also. So my career has gone about 150 yards around these three buildings. So
actually you have some collegiate experience too, coaching at collegiate level.
I did, I coached at Stonehill College in UMass Boston, and during the years, and it was a great experience. But I was very fortunate I feel, in the city of Quincy. I got to coach at North Quincy High School. I got to coach at Quincy High School, just to see the great kids that are here in this city.
Sure.
And these are the type of kids we want to bring over to our programs now at Quincy College, especially where we're right here in the city, and we try very hard to work with the athletes in Quincy and bring them into the college and help them along their way as they move on to perhaps 2 years, their 4-year school.
Right,
so it's exciting.
I guess at one point, though, Quincy College did have a very vibrant athletics program, right?
They did years ago. They had, I think during the 70s and the 80s, they had a lot of sports, more than they do now. They were more of a club then with the colleges they played, and but they did have a very vibrant athletic department, and we're excited that the school is supporting it and the city is supporting it, and we're back, and we hope to grow as the college, the college does continue to grow, and with our enrollment and everything else, we hope we can be a part of the college experience for the kids that are at the colleges. So they continue with their athletics, and the programs we're in are very competitive. The sports that we have now. We have men's soccer, men's basketball. We're members of the NJCAA, which is the National Junior College Athletic Association, Region 21, and we do play most of the state community colleges, plus some in Rhode Island and some in Connecticut, as far away as Springfield and Holyoke. Okay. So it's a very competitive league that these athletes play in, and we've done very well. Our soccer season, we're in our third year this year. Last year we made the playoffs in the Region 21 playoffs, and we lost to the team in the semifinals who actually won the region. But and this year was more of a rebuilding year for us. We had some younger players, but hopefully we're going to have those guys stay around and help us build for next year, and which would be, I know the coaches' goal is to get back into the playoffs
Okay.
and be competitive.
Yeah. Well,
So
we saw that even at the professional level with the Celtics not too long ago.
Right,
too.
that's right.
So
Yeah, you have those rebuilding years,
Yeah.
but we're excited about the team we had this year. They were young and they played very well. The basketball program has been my first year here. They were at an incredible year. They were 23-3, I believe it was.
Really?
And the problem was there's a rule in NJCAA athletics that your first year of competition you're not allowed in the playoffs.
Okay.
So we sat back and watched the teams that we beat all year long
Right.
go on to
Go
the
on,
playoffs,
yeah.
which was kind of frustrating. But
bet.
we had some kids that were very successful, and through our programs, moved on. I can talk a little bit about some of them in a minute. And
Sure.
we're excited this year too about bringing in our cross-country program, our running team, as we have it. We started it this year. We had, I think, 14 participants.
Okay.
We had 9 young ladies. We got the women and the young ladies involved, and
Great.
and they compete at all the local college meets. They run the same races as if you were in Bridgewater State or things like that. They have open invitation meets, and we competed. And the only difference this year for us being a team is our times did not go on the NJCAA. They weren't timed through the NJCAA.
Yeah.
But that's something as John Fury, our coach, is out recruiting now. We're out recruiting for all of our sports right now, and we're hoping to get some, maybe more competitive runners that will put into the NJCAA, and they can battle against all these colleges, and then we'll have our other. Maybe other runners that still run the same races,
Yes,
but at a more
yeah.
casual type thing. So we're really hoping to build that up, and there's been a great, great excitement about it around the school. So
Has there
everybody
really?
likes to run. So
Yeah.
not so much myself. I like to watch them run, but it is exciting, and kids can. Come and run at a meet, and
Yeah.
don't have to. It's not a real big commitment, so they can stick with their academics.
Yeah. Now,
which,
can you use the new Faxon Field track facility?
Yes, we have.
You do?
That's
Okay.
where we practice
Yep.
this year, and John Fury trains these kids, a lot of them, and some of them come out just to work out and to get in shape. So so it's really been good to use that facility.
Sure, yeah.
Here where we go.
Now, do you find that students are surprised to learn that Quincy College has a robust athletics program?
That's our main thing right
Yeah.
now. When basketball season's over, I go on the road, and my coaches are out recruiting as we speak, and during and after the season. But I'll start down near the Cape Cod Canal, and I'll get to every guidance office. So let the people know that we have our athletics back at Quincy College,
Okay.
and right, some people don't know about
Right,
it, so they're
yeah.
very appreciative that we come in, so we can give all these kids an opportunity to continue their education and still participate in athletics, which so many of them still do.
Yeah. How important is that, Jack? To obviously keep their grades up and still
Well,
participate?
it is important,
Yeah.
and one of the things we do have at the college is we have study groups for the athletes, and we run them throughout the year, and it's been very receptive. We actually have faculty members that'll come and volunteer,
Really?
come back in to help these kids, and we want to give them through our student development as much support as we can so they can be successful in the classroom, and then they still can go on and participate for another 2 years after us.
Yes.
At a 4-year school.
Yes.
So we try to give them the whole package to support them academically and as they grow athletically. Because
Sure.
the coaches come, if you're good enough, the coaches come and find you.
Okay.
And we want them to be able to have a solid background with the academic program. So we stress that with the coaches and with the faculty and the staff at the college. They're very supportive.
How is your
So we're
coaching
excited
staff
about
right now? Are you pretty
the coaching staff is good. We've had a 3-year soccer coach is Idris and Yonho, and he's been here for 3 years. Doug Scott is a Quincy native who is the basketball coach. He was a great player at Quincy High School, and he's done a great job there. And John Fury is another Quincy guy who's had college coaching experience, and he wants to come back into his city and try to build our program up from there. So
Okay.
they've done a great job. I'm very fortunate to have them here, and they all know how to get out and find the kids, and that's hopefully what we'll do as we build the programs.
Yeah.
We have good people who are doing it.
Yeah.
Solid people.
Is there enough interest, do you think, to have separate men's and women's divisions right now, teams right now?
Well, we did bring in the women's the cross country.
Yes,
All right. So
yeah.
we're hoping. I think we're talking about now looking at hopefully maybe expanding to next year to try to get a women's volleyball team.
Oh, very good.
No better place to go than here in the city of Quincy. They have two great teams at these two high schools,
Yeah.
and would love to be able to start a nucleus of a team with our kids who are here in the city. That's our first place where we go out to recruit, you
Yeah.
know, and then we go to the neighboring towns. But
Okay.
I mean, there's such a great opportunity for our Quincy kids to come to Quincy College, and they've been a big part of our athletic program, so we hope to continue that.
Yeah,
you
well, it's
know.
just another, great benefit to continue their education right in the city. I know that there's already academic relationships with some of the surrounding higher
Right.
institutions. So if they were concerned about, gee, I don't want to miss out on my sports as well.
No, and hopefully we'll have the opportunity and to let them continue to play in sports.
Yeah.
We're never going to have a football or something like that because they don't have that here. But I mean, some of the other sports, as the college grows,
Mm-hmm.
as we get back up, we hope to grow with it. The hope that we can grow to offer more to all the kids of the South Shore.
Yeah.
But primarily we want to target our great student athletes here in Quincy.
And that's not unusual, right, at the community college level, not to have football. A lot of
No,
Yeah.
you'd have to go down into Pennsylvania
Yeah.
and upstate New York where they really compete with the football because
Right.
of budgets and things like that. And we're small compared to some of the other
Right.
Division I, II community colleges. The
Sure.
numbers are just we don't have those numbers yet. But
Now, is it just the Quincy Granite, the all-encompassing name, Jack?
the Quincy Granite was
Yeah.
a name that the city put in, which is the granite hammer for the old, the great history and the tradition of the city of Quincy with the up in the quarries,
Sure.
that type of thing there.
Yeah.
And I think it's people love our logo, and it's as we get out there more and more, the kids wear the T-shirts
Yeah.
and everybody kind of gets the thing of it and said, "Oh yeah, that's kind of a nice little thing."
Yes.
So it's catching on pretty good, and other
Okay.
people have been very complimentary towards the Granite logo. So
Very
it's
good.
Very city orientated.
Yeah, yeah. And these
But,
are available both at Quincy and Plymouth, too, right?
Right, you
Yeah.
can students from the Plymouth campus can participate in all of our everything we have here at Quincy is the same for our students down there at Plymouth. So
Yeah.
so
And
it's great.
all grade level, age levels also?
There's no it's
No,
funny thing
okay.
in college athletics there is no age
Oh, all
limit.
right.
I tell we
Okay.
have a lot of older students.
I was
in
just going to
the,
say, you have some non-traditional students.
Right,
Yeah.
and we had a couple of runners that were, in their 20s and 30s
Oh,
that
okay.
wanted to participate. So there's no age in the college, so that's kind of a fun thing. You
Yeah.
know? And we've had some guys
I
that have
bet.
tried to come out to basketball and said, well, maybe I better let the young guys take that. But we always find something else for them that they can do. You know?
Yeah.
So it's. But it's going good, and we're really excited about it.
Tell me about the Quincy Granite Cup.
The Granite Cup was
Yeah.
was a fun thing we did this year. John Fury and myself, we wanted to form. We have like a partnership with Eastern Nazarene College because we
Oh,
use their
okay.
gym, we use their facilities for our basketball games.
You would have to, right? 'Cause you
Right,
don't have
because
any,
the
yeah.
high school is very busy, the two high
Yeah.
schools. So we have a nice partnership with them as far as using their facilities. So I thought this year in cross country,
Yeah.
where they're a full-year school, we really can't compete basketball with them or things like that. But the cross country, we agreed to run a race together,
Okay.
and we had it up at Marymount Park. John Fury and all the coaches and all the kids from Eastern Naz came down. They ran against us, and it was a fun day.
Yeah.
We had a nice cookout. Unfortunately, we had to give the cup to Eastern Naz
Yeah.
this year, but we've got some people that are going to hopefully work harder next year and hope to make that a regular event because it really was a fun day for the city, and the two schools are, where they can come together
Yeah.
in athletics. We did, so we took advantage of it. It was a fun day for
Nice.
everybody. Yeah,
Nice.
It was
Is-
really good.
It'll
Yeah.
be an annual event, do you think?
I hope so.
Yeah.
We're going to run it a bit after probably the end in November. We'll run it, and,
Okay.
so we're looking forward to it. Maybe we'll have QATV come up and film it next year.
Hey,
Who knows?
never
we can
know.
look into something like
Yeah,
that.
we'd be
you
happy
know.
to help you out with that for sure. In the short term, though, it's all basketball right now, right? You're doing good so far.
We're doing the basketball team has started strong. We're 3-0, and we have a good group of kids this year, and we hope to continue that. And one thing I wanted to say, Joe, is that even in soccer, we've had 5 or 6 kids go from our programs at Quincy on to 4-year schools.
Yeah.
Various 4-year schools, whether it's a state school or whatever, through athletics and through the academics.
That's great.
We've had 2 basketball players go to Division I schools. through our basketball program
Yep.
and through the success they had academically. So it is a stepping stone, as you say, to
Sure.
kids that want to get to that four-year school. For some reason, they're not there now,
Yep.
but through us and the support we give them athletically and academically, we really hope that kids will give us a shot, and we can really
Yeah.
help them get to where they want to go.
We'd love to feature those students in the
Yeah.
future, Jack. Great to
That's
talk
it.
to you. Really appreciate
So
it.
thank you, and I wanted to present you with one of our Quincy
Oh.
Granite T-shirts here.
Hey, very
With our
nice.
Granite logo on
Oh,
the
that's-
back, if
that's
they can see
fantastic.
that. So, and I gave some to the crew in
Oh,
there.
thank
so
you.
we'd like you to be part of our Granite family.
I
for
appreciate
athletics,
that.
All right.
Very
So-
much. I can't run and I can't shoot basketball.
Well, you
but-
look good.
But
You're going to look good. That's good. you
Thanks
know,
again,
so,
Jack.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks so
welcome.
much.
Just enough time to recap the forecast for you for the rest of the day today. Kind of what you see is what you get out there. Gray and damp, rather raw and chilly in the low 40s. Same thing for tomorrow, really. A little bit warmer. A little better on Wednesday. Mostly better on Thursday, though. Thanks again going out to Jack Raymer for joining us from Quincy College.
Thank you.
Thanks to our crew. Thank you for watching. Friday at 11:30, speaking of quarries, Albina from the Quincy Quarry and Granite Workers Museum here on another edition of Currently in Quincy.